What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me here today. Today I am going to be talking about an Amasi that I have made. This is specifically from the Eshu book that is written by Nikolai Fritzvold, I think is how you say part of his name. Anyways, this recipe specifically comes from his book. His book is definitely an inspiration to me. It was one of the first books that I read and got my hands on when I wanted to be initiated into Quimbanda and began like walking down that path. And that book definitely I use. It's a wonderful work on Quimbanda in English. So there you have it. So I wanted to go over what an Amasi is, and then what is in this one, and then I guess maybe like some of my opinions on the ingredients that this particular Amasi uses, and so on and so forth, and just that kind of information. So, an Amasi represents the healing waters. It is when you combine the essence and the energy of particular plants with water, with cachaca or pinga, which is a liquor that's very common in Quimbanda and very common in Brazil. So you mix these things together, and while you are ripping the herbs and while you are mixing the herbs in with the water and the alcohol and the other ingredients, you're praying, you're singing, you're calling to the spirits, and you are in essence like petitioning them. So this particular Amasi is used before a person does a working of Quimbanda. I am a Quimbadero. I have my asentamientos. So tonight I am actually marking these spirits of two godchildren that are going to be coming into the house to be initiated. So their readings and giving their offerings to the spirits is all happening tonight. So I have prepared this bath, so I will be taking it later. And then we've also pulled some herbs from the garden. This is going to be used later, but we just have like aromatic herbs in here, oregano, basil, mint, chocolate mint, igareta, an onion, palo santo, Brazilian melissa, datura, rue, ruda. So quite a few very aromatic herbs. You'll see that a lot in Amasi. You'll see that a lot when it comes to the spirits of Quimbanda. The herbs that you use, you want to definitely have a very pungent or strong aroma to them that really draws the spirits of Quimbanda in to your working, that really calls to the essence and the nature of the people of Quimbanda. And so you will see that a lot in baths and floor washes and Amasis and just different things that you will do with the spirits of Quimbanda. So I wanted to show you guys and girls and non-binary folk. I'm here outside on the patio area. So I have the Amasi here. It has been steeping here for some time. So hopefully you can, see that. There we go. I can kind of see it in the reflection. So hopefully you can see that. As you can see, it has this beautiful dark color to it. It's really taken in the essence of all of the herbs. I feel my prayers were very well heard and well received with this Amasi. So I used my primary spirit, which is Eshu Sete Pedras. So I was praying to him as I was preparing this bath. Again, this is a bath or an Amasi that one would use before you start a working of Quimbanda. So I wanted to go over, I wanted to stir it up, and I wanted to go over some of the ingredients that are in that Amasi and what they are used for. So, first and foremost, the recipe calls for you to mix into a bowl hot water. So that was kind of like the first thing that I saw that I was like, oh, that's a little different, because normally we use like cool water in like other ATRs and things. But I mean, I guess like, you know, it's not that uncommon that you would use hot water. I just thought it was like interesting in and of itself as an ingredient, the temperature of the water, I guess. Anyways, so in that Amasi, you have hot water, you have raw tobacco, you have chili peppers, ginger, cachaca or pinga in there as well, and there is datura in there. Is there anything else in there that I am forgetting? I don't think so. I think that is it. I should have had the book in front of me, and that is totally on me. I wanted to cite some things specifically, but you know how it goes. Anyways, so there automatically you have cachaca or pinga, so an alcohol or a liquor being added to the Amasi, or the spiritual bath, the healing waters. So cachaca is sacred to the spirits of Quimbanda. You see that as a very, very common offering. Like cachaca, aguardiente, any type of alcohol, rum, gin, vodka, any of the strong liquors you can use in Quimbanda. So I went to 2 different liquor stores and neither of them had cachaca. So I ended up getting rum and I ended up getting gin as for offerings for later for other things. So being as that was the alcohol that I had, that's the alcohol that I've substituted with some rum and some gin into it, because those are offerings to the spirits that will be given later. So it already is like connecting itself in that same vein there within the Amasi itself. So you use alcohol as an offering to the spirit, but also as a means to call the spirit to you, to call the spirit to your physical body. So there inside it had raw tobacco. Raw tobacco, the same thing. Many cultures have cultivated tobacco. Tobacco is a very sacred herb that has been given as offerings and used in incenses for a very, very long time. It has a very strong, euphoric, stimulating energy to it. So that made sense as to why it was going into the Amasi. It was very stimulating. Ginger and and chili peppers. Ginger, I chose not to put ginger root just because I wanted to keep it more to the leaves themselves. So I ended up using leaves of ginger and I ended up using leaves of chili peppers in the Amasi. Ginger is another very aromatic plant. The leaves are very aromatic. So it's very invigorating. It wakes the body up. It wakes the spirit up for whatever work may be going on. Chili peppers are sacred to the people of Quimbanda, and you will see peppers of all types used in a myriad of ways in the workings of Quimbanda. So definitely made a lot of sense why I would be going into like a Quimbadero power bath, if you will. Let me see what else. Datura is in there for sure. Datura is a very, very sacred plant. If you know anything about Datura, you know that it is very toxic. It can be very poisonous. So that is why it is not recommended that you eat any part of the plant. Or really even like directly apply the salve or the membrane onto your skin, because some of those chemicals can be absorbed into the skin and they have a very like gnarly effect. So Datura makes sense because it is a plant that in and of itself is infused with great mystery, with great magic, with great severity. It is a very powerful plant. It's very tied to the realm of spirit because it's definitely a hallucinogenic, a psychotropic. It actually causes afflictions of the mind, like what is this word I'm trying to think of? Like delusions, like when your mind just like snaps. Starts with a D. I don't know. Hopefully I'll remember it here in a second. So it is a very powerful plant, but it is used because of its inherent spirituality, the inherent spirituality that runs through it. There are deities associated with that plant. Another name for Datura is Devil's Trumpet or Moonflower. Both of those are Datura plants. Datura grows like in a very distinctive fashion. It's related to Angel's Trumpet or Brugmansia. So you can kind of see they have very close similarities. But the Datura plant is just very notable throughout all stages of its life cycle, from like seedling to full flowering adult. Very, very beautiful plant. Very powerful plant. Datura and belladonna actually were both used in ancient recipes of flying ointment because both of them have scopolamine and atropine and other alkaloids that affect the brain in a way that inhibits the brain's ability to discern reality one way or another. So it's not going to be harming in an Amasi because I'm not ingesting it, and it's only one leaf compared to, for instance, like the seed pod, which would be very neurotoxic, very, very dangerous. So I definitely do not recommend being frivolous when it comes to certain plants. Their energy, their ache, their power, and the very substances that are inside of them can be more than what you may have been expecting when you went and picked it up and, like, you know, ate something of it or something like silly like that. So don't do that at all. And investigate the herbs that you use and any type of thing that you put in or on your body always. We have a lot of plants here that grow native to Florida that are used for other things. And then we have a lot of plants that we have planted that we're now cultivating that are used for spiritual things. All right, so that is all that I had for you. I hope that you found this message entertaining or informative. That's just a little about Amasi or healing baths and how they are used in the practices of Quimbanda. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope that this message finds you well wherever you are. May Eshu and Pombagira open your way and bless your life in innumerable ways and fashions. Many, many blessings. I hope you all are having a fantastic Monday. Until next time, take care of yourself.